Yang di-Pertuan Agong, the supreme head or the king of the constitutional monarch and head of state of Malaysia. As Malaysia adopts the constitutional monarchy system, the role of the Yang di-Pertuan Agong is broad but still subject to the constitution. The current YDPA is Kebawah Duli Yang Maha Mulia Seri Paduka Baginda Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riyatuddin Al-Mustafa Bilal Shah Ibni Almarhum Sultan Haji Ahmad Shah Al-Musta'in Billah, which is the Sultan of Pahang.
The YDPA position in Malaysia was appointed in 1957. According to the history, in the 15th century, the Malacca Sultanate achieved regional supremacy by bringing the country through the Golden Age. In that era, the Sultans were the ones that have absolute power, which they provide protection for the rakyat. In return, they need to accept the power of sultans. But everything changed when the colonization era began by the Western power that caused the loss of sultans' power and influence on everything apart from Islam.
The power of sultan has given back when the Malay Sultan and British authority had an agreement which called Perjanjian Persekutuan Tanah Melayu 1957 that consisted in the matter of the constitutional monarchy for the Sultan. YDPA became the head of state Malaysia. With a parliament democracy system administration where YDPA is the highest ruler with the assistance and advice from the Prime Minister. This is the system that Malaysia used from 1957 until now.
Before carrying out his duty, the Yang di-Pertuan Agong must take the oath of office and sign it, as set out in Article 37, Part 3, Schedule 4 of the Federal Constitution. So the first part of the oath is the Yang di-Pertuan Agong has to perform duties in accordance to Malaysia's laws and constitution. Secondly, the Yang di-Pertuan Agong has to uphold the country's laws. Thirdly, the Yang di-Pertuan Agong has to fulfill the rules of the law and order and promote good governance of the country. Lastly, the Yang di-Pertuan Agong has to protect Islamic as the religion of the Federation at all times. Yang di-Pertuan Agong also plays the role of the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. As the country's supreme head, he is responsible for appointing the Prime Minister, the Ministers and Deputy Ministers and the Attorney General. He also appoints the Chief Justice, the President of the Court of Appeal, the Chief Judge of Nylea, the Chief Judge of Sabah and Sarawak, the Federal Court, the Court of Appeal and the Judges of High Court. Secondly, the Yang di-Pertuan Agong has the power to grant pardons in respect of all offences brought before the Court of Martial and for all offences committed in the Federal Territories of Kuala Lumpur, Labuan and Putrajaya. Thirdly, the Yang di-Pertuan Agong also acts as the head of Islamic affairs for his own state as well as for states which do not have rulers, notably Malacca, Penang, the Federal Territories, Sabah and Sarawak.
There will be a list of the eligibility criteria for the appointment of a ruler as the Yang di-Pertuan Agong. First, only a ruler may be elected if he consents to be elected. Second, only the ruler are allowed to vote. Third, if a ruler is unable to attend the election meeting, he may appoint another ruler as proxy to cast his vote. Fourth, the selection follows an order based on the seniority of each ruler in terms of length of reign. However, this rule no longer applies after all state rulers have taken their turn as the Yang di-Pertuan Agong. The first cycle ended with the appointment of His Royal Highness the Sultan of Farah as the ninth Yang di-Pertuan Agong. Lastly, a newly restructured list is currently in place, which is based on the seniority of the state, whose ruler has held the office of the Yang di-Pertuan Agong in accordance with the third schedule of the Federal Constitution. The third schedule of Federal Constitution, it mentions that a ruler is qualified to be elected as the Yang di-Pertuan Agong unless the ruler is a minor, or the ruler has notified the keeper of the ruler's seal that he does not desire to be elected, or the conference of ruler resolved by secret ballots that a ruler is unsuitable by reason of infirmity of mind or body or for any other cause to exercise the function of the Yang di-Pertuan Agong. This provision provides that a resolution under this section shall not be carried unless at least 5 members of the conference have voted in favor of it.
Ahli-ahli yang berhormat, BETA bertanggungjawab untuk melantik seorang Perdana Menteri yang baru seperti mana yang dikehendaki oleh Perlembagaan Persekutuan. Perkara 43 yang memberi kuasa budi bicara kepada BETA untuk melantik seorang ahli Dewan Rakyat yang pada hemat BETA mendapat kepercayaan majoriti ahli-ahli Dewan Rakyat. Lantaran itu, Yang Amat Berhormat Tan Sri Muhyiddin bin Yassin telah mendapat kepercayaan majoriti ahli-ahli Dewan Rakyat dan demikian selayaknya dilantik sebagai Perdana Menteri ke-8. Sesungguhnya BETA telah menggalas amanah dengan telus dan seadil-adilnya selaras dengan konsep raja berperlembagaan dan demokrasi berparlimen yang menjadi tunjang amalan negara kita.
As we can clearly see that Yang di-Pertuan Agong of Malaysia plays a very important role in the formation of our country. In this study, we also discovered a lot of information such as the history, background, roles of the Yang di-Pertuan Agong and the immunity that he gets. There should be an atmosphere of trust and understanding between the leaders, Yang di-Pertuan Agong and us for smooth running the prosperous country.